Once upon a bunch of trees with 3 chimpanzees. Then Dad went out, ate some magical berries. Went all the way back home, here's a mutant of babies. Welcome back. I'm Eli MC from Fleshker Adventures Plus, and you're watching Let's Talk Episode 8. If you would have read the title of this video, you would have seen that this Let's Talk video is called Songs and Spirits. And what I mean when I say songs is songs, but what I mean when I say spirits is demons and angels, because they're technically spirits from what I've heard. So we're going to start with talking about the demons and angels first. It could be considered a bit weird to have 2 topics in one video, but I don't really care. I have shown that on my channel there's a character called Devil, and he's an evil angel, and since angels are traditionally kind of good by definition, it feels weird for one to be evil, but I've got a perfect explanation for Devil being evil, and that's that he's a fallen angel. Bang, problem solved. And since fallen angels are usually depicted as being fallen and kicked out of heaven, I think I should depict Devil as wandering around on the surface world of Farlvania instead of being in heaven, because that would make more sense. So now I've explained how there can be an angel that's evil, but what I need to do now is explain how there can be demons that are good, because demons are traditionally evil by definition, but they traditionally can't become good. But I think that having the idea of them being able to become good would be cool for my channel. I'm talking about Demon, the purple demon, and Pinky Brat, the big pink one, which you have probably seen on my channel, but I hadn't gotten any explanation as to how they would have become good, so I think a good explanation to explain that would be if I said that they were something called expelled demons, which is basically a demon that has been kicked out of hell for being too friendly or for not being evil enough, and that's what Demon and Pinky Brat are, and I'm going to depict them being also wandering around on the surface because they're too friendly to have lived in hell. However, I'm making it so that expelled demons are not completely friendly and good. They're just kind of I'm gonna be showing them kind of not being evil either, but just being kind of a bit maybe grumpy or grouchy or imperfect, and still having negative personality traits, but just not being completely evil like the traditional demon. However, Demon and Pinky Brat are still probably going to be the only demons that are good, and Devil is still probably going to be the only angel that is evil. And while there might be exceptions to this, I still think that it makes sense that the vast majority of demons are bad and the vast majority of angels are good. This is somewhat unrelated, but now I'm going to be talking about goblins. And I have talked about like like a little bit on my channel about whether goblins are good or bad, and how Sparrowlump's a goblin and stuff. And I think that since goblins are not good or bad by definition, I'd say that I'd make it so that on my channel it's kind of 50-50. I'm gonna make it so that 50% of goblins are good and 50% of goblins are bad. Now it's time for me to talk about the songs part of this video. You'll probably notice that about a week ago I published a song called Give Me What I Want. I didn't really announce it here on Let's Talk, but I guess I don't really need to announce everything, but it can still be nice to talk about things anyway. And see, that song is just something that came to my head. It's not something that I thought about, and I just thought it would be a cool song to make because it would be catchy and memorable. And I think it's off to a good start because it's got a decent amount of views as well. Now, what I was thinking is that it's like some of my old songs are not very good or well made, such as my original 4 parodies of Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, because I think I did a pretty bad job of them and don't sound that good. So I'm going to not only remake them, but potentially, not definitely though, but potentially remake some of my other old songs as well. I've made a lot of parodies of Agadoo by Black Lace, and I think some of them I did a good job of, and some of them could use a bit of work. Agadoo used to be my favourite song, but although I still like Agadoo, I think my favourite song at the moment is We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together by Taylor Swift. And I might make some sort of parodies or covers of that as well. Well, while I also quite like Shake It Off as well. You might have seen that I've made this playlist on my channel of a bunch of Taylor Swift songs that I like, but in case you haven't, I've got like Shake It Off, We're Never Getting Back Together, Main, Love Story, Antihero, 22, and Blank Space and stuff. I haven't always been interested in Taylor Swift, but in the last few months I've started to quite like her music. There might be some people in the comments who think that I like Katy Perry too because I've made a My Singing Monsters cover of one of her songs and called it Pom Pom Island. But it's actually not true because I don't really like Katy Perry that much at all. The only reason why I made a cover of one of her songs is because because I saw someone on some sort of other YouTube channel who made me who said that if there was a island in My Singing Monsters called Pom Pom Island and it was a cover of Katy Perry's Dark Horse, they think that would be a cool thing, and I agreed to that. And while I'm highly unlikely to be touching any other Katy Perry songs, I might make some more updated versions of the Pom Pom Island video series that I haven't yet finished or continued. Speaking of My Singing Monsters, I used to not that long ago think that the plant cold and air islands from My Singing Monsters sounded a bit crowded and busy in terms of the audio, but I'm not so bothered by them anymore, and I think they sound fine, but I might still continue that series I made of that My Singing Monsters Islands except not crowded, and I've done that with Plant Island, and even though I don't think that Plant, Cold or Air Island are that crowded anymore, I think they're fine. I'm still gonna continue, and I'm gonna make that video for Cold and Air Island because that's what I'd kind of been planning to do all along. But I'm not gonna do it for Water or Earth Island because I never thought that they sounded crowded. Also, not that long ago, I thought that Seasonal Shanty sounded empty, and I don't really think that anymore, but I do think that Mythical Island and Ethereal Workshop have parts of them that sound empty, and I may or may not do videos about them, but Ethereal Workshop might not be necessary because by the time I've been recording this, that song is actually still a work in progress, and the My Singing Monsters hasn't fully completed it yet. While there are plenty of song videos that I'm gonna be publishing on my channel, don't expect me to publish them all and get them out really quickly because I spend most of my time working on my stop motion animations, and I need to take my time and do it slowly because if I wanted to publish everything really quickly, I'd have to rush and everything would be a really bad quality, and that's not what I want. And that pretty much sums up today's video. Bye, I'll see you next episode.